We start with the Merseyside derby. Jurgen Klopp is demanding a big response from his Liverpool players after the 3-0 defeat to Wolves last weekend. They go into the match against Everton, 10th in the Premier League, a bottom of the form table. Well, Vinny O'Connor was speaking to Klopp this morning and he joins us now. Hi there, Vinny. I mean, it's been a bit of a horrible time for Klopp, but could he have some good news ahead of the game?
It seems that way, Hayley, and there was a better atmosphere about the place today than when we last saw Jurgen Klopp ahead of this presser. The last time we saw him, of course, prior to today, was in the aftermath of that defeat to Wolves. But the good news has come from the training pitch this week. Obviously, Diogo Jota on his way back in training and in contention as well to face Everton in the Merseyside derby. Virgil van Dijk on his way back as well. We've seen him out on the grass this week. Not too close to a return just yet, but Bobby Firmino and Artemelo as well, not too far away. We also saw that message from Luis Diaz, who's hoping to be back as soon as possible for Liverpool. It's tempered slightly, I'd imagine, by the news that Thiago hasn't trained and therefore is a major doubt for that Merseyside derby. But you talk about the atmosphere about the place. Obviously, I say it's improved, but they're looking at the piece as a whole. The fact that Liverpool are 11th in the Premier League table at the moment, 10th in the Premier League table at the moment, but 11 points off the top four and 11 points off the bottom three. Everton can obviously close that gap to 8 points on Monday night as well. That sums up where Liverpool are at. Still to win a league game in this calendar year, but Jurgen Klopp spoke about the aftermath of that defeat to Wolves. It wasn't a case of working the players really hard. Instead, he decided that they all needed a break from each other.
You cannot, even if you want to, you can, but it's not beneficial. You can't train every day. So we play bad at Wolverhampton. Next day we came in and then we take 2 days off. So we made an analysis, we spoke to each other, and then we gave them 2 days off because it's a very long time between Saturday and Monday. So, but of course I could have said Sunday training, bam, recovery, whatever, and from Monday on we go for them. That wouldn't be helpful at all. It would have been bad. It would have caused injuries. It would have caused a lot of problems. And to be honest, on Sunday, after we spoke about everything, I thought 100% it makes sense that we don't see each other for 2 days. And it was helpful. I left on Sunday in an average mood and came back. I was in a good mood. And I worked through it. I had a lot of phone calls and stuff like this. But anyway, I was in a much better mood. So that's completely different mood, to be honest, and that's why it's very helpful. So yes, they benefited of it, so that was very good.
Now, Vinny, Sean Dyche certainly got the new manager bounce effect last weekend in his first game as Everton boss, didn't he? They also have a bit of history, these two, though, don't they?
Yeah, we were laughing about this as well, actually, because you look at Everton's previous manager, Frank Lampard. He had a spat with Jurgen Klopp at Anfield when he was manager of Chelsea on the sidelines. They were quite pictures that we saw bandied about quite a bit. And then, of course, there was that famous incident with Sean Dyche back in 2021 when Sean Dyche was manager of Burnley. And you can remember Jurgen Klopp effectively following Sean Dyche up the tunnel at Anfield. A few verbals exchanged between the two. But he was complimentary of Sean Dyche. I mean, he's obviously seen what happened at Goodison Park last weekend and that Everton performance against Arsenal. In fact, it was a performance where we saw 100% commitment from Everton. Not saying that they weren't committed under Frank Lampard, but it seemed that the intensity had gone up a level. And certainly we saw a performance that has been lacking from Everton in recent times as well. And that seemed to be inspired by the work that Sean Dyche has been doing on the training pitch. Look, Jurgen Klopp knows what to expect against the Sean Dyche side. He spoke about the counter-attack. He spoke about having to deal with set pieces as well. So it's been all changed at Everton, but it seems that Jurgen Klopp is prepared for it.
And we know it's a difficult game. Sean Dyche is now there, and obviously massive impact immediately. It was obvious, and we have to prepare that, and that's what we did and will do in the upcoming days. A very compact side, very good in counter-attacking, really, and set pieces will be very dangerous for us and very important subject, definitely. So yeah, that's a team. It's you could see that in the last game. It was good. It really was a good game. So we had a lot of off the game in their moments. Of course, Arsenal was dominant, but that's clear. But in the end, Everton had really good chances before they scored already, and the goal came from a set piece, and that's how they scored in the end. But they could have scored in other moments as well. So we prepare for the team we saw against Arsenal.
Just wondering as well, with the injury to Thiago, what changes we'll see in that Liverpool's midfield, because it's not since Brighton that we've seen Jordan Henderson and Fabinho starting together in that Liverpool midfield. A lot of talk about their form at the moment as well. And Jurgen Klopp was asked about his captain, Jordan Henderson. He said in there, look, Hendo is not our problem. He's a very important player for us. We know that, obviously, because of his experience. But just to put into context exactly the workload that has been on Jordan Henderson, he's played 91 times since the start of last season. That's a situation that Liverpool have had to manage. And maybe the break this week will help get into the legs of some of those players. Certainly Jordan Henderson could be one of them.
Vinny, thank you very much indeed. Yeah, what a Monday Night Football it promises to be. Liverpool host Everton, 7 p.m, Sky Sports Premier League and main event.